welcome back. I am running to get some iced coffee. Why? Because I'm watching the fight tonight. It's 5:23. The moon is beautiful. I cannot get a great picture of it, but the moon is so pretty. It's sitting right over the house. So let's go ahead and get prepared. Oh, did I grab? I didn't grab the card. I ran in there for the card and I grabbed my watch. Good Lord. Hold on 1 minute. Let's see if you can see my old butt run.
A few moments later.
Let's see. A lot of lights you see, but oh. All right. So as I'm running out, my neighbor's son is coming out. All right. Okay, guys. Oh, my lights weren't on. I turned them off so you can see I can still run. Not too bad for 62, huh? I do miss jogging. However, that will probably bother my leg later tonight. But it is what it is. Anyone excited for the fight? I got on Facebook and my niece posted a couple things that was really nice and sweet and stuff. And then, like, you know how shorts show up? I seen some with Mike Tyson. And Mike Tyson actually, they were like being introduced, I believe. And Mike Tyson slapped Jake Paul in the face. So the only thing I worry about is there's a huge age difference. But I don't know if everyone's for Tyson or... I hope. And I hope it's not something that's going to be like a one-round thing. I hope it's more interesting. I hope it's not something that is like for Mike Tyson to take a fall, so to say. So, earlier I brought JR home. No, I brought JR and Tasha down there. Coffee and soda. And JR has like this tight feeling in his chest, so hopefully he's not getting real sick. He always calls it, when he tends to get sick, he says he has a burning in his chest. So, you know, hopefully, because this is a new job, like, you know, so I don't know if there's any like sick time. This moon is so beautiful. And it's unreal that my camera doesn't take good photos of it. You know, and I try zooming way in and everything. Then it kind of looks like it's blurred out, so to say. But it is chilly. I'm not sure what the temperature is going to be tomorrow. I didn't bring the pumpkins over like I wanted to with the wagon. I visited with my grands for a bit. And then, oh, I forgot. I have to head to Aldi's too. I am getting stuff for the quesadillas. I mentioned it to Tashi. She said, oh my gosh. I said, I know, right? I said, the only thing I don't have is enough of the shells. Or I use the queso sauce with the taco cheese, which I have the taco cheese. I have the chicken. So I need more of the shells. And I also want to get sour cream. So I said, you know what? I bought the girls a cookie for dessert. I said, please bring them down. And I made them cheese quesadillas. They loved it. Amelia had 1.5, one whole quesadilla and a half. Hold on, there's a jam up here. All right. There was like, oh shit, sugar. They, 2 cars and a cop, and standing outside yelling and arguing, and I didn't know if I should go around, wait. At first I thought maybe they caught the guy that's been trying to enter houses that has been on the Ring cameras, and they've shown it going to the front door, the back door, and it's only a mile away. So made sure all my windows are locked, told Jared and Tasha as well, and they have 1 air conditioner still in. And Jared's, hi, can I please get a large cold brew with the shots of vanilla, Splenda, and cream?
Okay.
And then another large cold brew with the caramel swirl with the extra shot of caramel and extra.
Okay.
And that is it.
It's going to be $9.81.
Thank you. So he said before he went to work he is going to take that air conditioner out, but I'm sure he did, no matter feeling well or not. Because with the air conditioner in and the level of where the ground is, it's not hard to pull up the window and pull out the air conditioner. Who's going to lie about that, right? So I'll definitely make sure it is out when I go down there. And it's only 5:30, so it's not time for the girls' baths yet. And they were watching Christmas Paw Patrol when they were at my house, and they loved the cookie. They each had a... I am just trying to get a good shot of that moon for you, of how pretty it is. And it's just, I don't get all that glare like it's coming around. There we go. It's a little better. But it's so pretty, guys. So I just wanted to share that with you. All right, if I remember to put the pictures in too. I just can't get a good picture of it. It's very pretty. So let's taste this coffee, because I noticed she was running out of the vanilla and she was trying to really pump it in. It's delicious. Okay. So I'm going to run to Aldi's. I want to get queso sauce and a package of more like flour tortillas. I don't know why that guy's like walking his bike in with his feet. So let me check this message. All right. I had sent a picture to Tosh and I said, looks like a full moon. And she said, looks like it. So tomorrow I'm going to have to get gas as well. But I could tell you, I got 380.8 miles on this tank of gas. And the gas light just turned on, so I'll get it tomorrow. That's a lot of miles on a tank of gas. And it's a lot of miles I've driven in, what? I don't know. It filled up before Halloween, I believe. So it's been a while, because I think today is the 18th, perhaps. I'm not 100% sure. But it'd be funny if James actually goes live and the fight is on. I don't think anybody would watch James over the fight. I'm just saying. They might go back and watch him later, or his trolls will watch him, but I think the fight is like a big thing that everyone's been talking about. I see it everywhere. So I'm excited to watch it. That's why I got the coffee, because I was starting to feel tired. And if I did this and then it's like a one round thing, then I may be like, what, WTF? However, I want to do the Temu and the like mystery undeliverable mail packages. So getting this at 5:44 in the evening, it should definitely keep me awake for a little bit. Though I could fall asleep while drinking a coffee, so I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, at night I'm ready to be home. I'm ready to be in my pajama pants, and shame on me though. I didn't let anyone know that I was going to the store, but there's my neighbor. Hold on.
A few moments later.
All right. No, she was texting me just to thank me for everything I've done and for me picking up her soda. And I just pick it up. I don't ask her for money. I mean, there's times when she's called me up, and cops are there too. When she's called me up and asked me to go. Sorry, I gotta let them pass. A lot going on lately. That's an ambulance, and they were in the middle of the street there, so I don't know. They say down at this end, behind like Aldi's further down, there's like a homeless community. People that apparently are addicted to drugs. Some, they say, can't afford the rent. Some can't find apartments. It's just sad. I'm praying things change and turn around. But I'm thinking if it went, the hospital would be that way, so something might be down here as well. It's just, yeah, but anyway, so she doesn't like ask me every day. I just, if I go and I'm out and about and I'm getting my coffee, I know how I am with my coffee. I'll stop and pick her up a soda, knock at her door, and let her know. Or I text her like as I'm walking down the sidewalk, hey, I'm coming down with a soda for you. It's just like $1, okay? It was like $1.19, so not that it breaks me. But she's very appreciative and just wanted to thank me again. So I thought, oh no, is someone going to want something from the store? Because that was it. That was my stop, So I headed back home. It's almost 6 p.m. I usually go down to the girls around 6 to 6:15 and do story time and such. Being Friday, usually Friday night is not a bath night unless they got real dirty doing something with like the kinetic sand or Play-Doh, or you know what I mean. Everly show right on herself, so I don't know if there is bath time this evening, but there will definitely be book time, and I'm trying to get them all into the Christmas, like watching Christmas movies. I know like the attention span sometimes. I think I'm going to try to find a Clifford, the big red dog, because Amelia loves that dog. It'd be nice if he has a Christmas one, and maybe he does and I'm not aware of it. She's been asking for the Grinch. We started the Grinch, and she doesn't sit and finish the whole thing so trying to find something that's like half hour, maybe an hour, to keep her attention on it. Today they walked to the high school, and I guess they were able to see a play, and she was saying how she's seen princesses on the stage and they were waving, so she really enjoys school. I have no idea where that ambulance went, so. But look at how dark it is. It's 6 o'clock. Oh. And I could see this is why some people get like, I don't know, like seasonal depression, but I do have to admit, I do like it dark, probably around 7-ish, but we can't have everything we wish for, okay? Oh, and then, the sun come up like at 5. I'm cool with that, because I usually wake up between 5 and 5:30. And I think that's just a habit from working all the years that, I had to get up early, and I had to get showered and dressed and drive to work. At one point, while I was doing, all the medical billing and transcription in office, when I had moved one time, I found this home that was for rent. And it was like an hour drive to work, hour drive home. The hour drive to work, to me, was worse than the hour drive home. The hour drive home was just relaxing, listening to music, you know what I mean? It was a nice hour drive home. So It was the hour drive to work that bothered me. Don't ask me. But then when they did, back in the day, they called it WA. When they opened that up and they did like a test thing, and I was able to be one of the ones to participate, put your Christmas tree up. I was just so happy. I was so happy, but it's a lot of dedication when you work from home. You have to make sure you're on. We had Avaya. You had to make sure you were logged in. You didn't miss calls. So, but it was nice. And then after I do the medical billing, then I do the medical transcription. I enjoyed it. I don't know if I mentioned that I put in for early retirement at 62 rather than 65, 66, 67. Oh, I'm going to take it early, so I have everything into the Social Security office, and I don't think I can get Medicare, though, I believe, until I'm older, but that's all right. But anyways, I am home. I'm going to see my grands. JR went to work, so I don't know if Tasha wants to watch it. If she does, I'll probably go down there. Or, you guys are going to laugh, but sometimes we'll watch something on FaceTime together. So, but until later, guys, you know me. I'll be back. Bye-bye.
Eternity later.
Hey, guys. I was not even going to turn on the camera. This is just all natural, hair brushed, and came out because the two girls aren't feeling well, and they wanted to be with Nana, so I went down there and laid with them for a bit, and I was getting very dozy laying with them, so I said, Nana's gonna go get coffee real quick, and Tasha's like, oh my God, please. So it was a long night. They have a cough, runny nose, no fever. Amelia just says she has a headache, so I figured, why not just start a dang vlog, right? So yesterday I was mentioning, this is what comes to my head, that there's channels that I like to watch, and I was saying how the one person does like the orders, like the undeliverable mail and all that. The girl that I was saying, she's so cute and little and tiny. Mia Maples, that was her name. I don't know why I couldn't remember it for the life of me. And last night after, well, my video was uploading all night long for some reason. And this morning when it uploaded, I thought, oh, it took so long. I didn't want to go back in and take it down and edit it and put Mia Maples or any of the names I had forgotten. So that's what came to me. I said, let me just do it. So Amelia FaceTimed me, well, calling at about, I don't know, 7:30 this morning. I was already awake, and Nana, please come lay with me, Nana. I'm like, what's the matter, baby? And she says, I have a headache, and Sissy don't feel good, and she's grumpy, and I'm grumpy. And I'm like, oh, yeah, this is what I want, grumpy little toddlers. I said, well, I'll come down and lay with you if you be good. So we laid down, read some books, watched some, I don't know what it is. I know Bluey was on at one point, had the TV on. And it's like, oh, you guys are making me tired. You guys are, and they said, well, take a nap. And I said, no, I don't want to take a nap. I said, you take a nap and then I'll fall asleep. Well, that didn't happen, obviously. So here I am, looking like crap. But it's okay. It's just, this is a day in my life. This is what really, goes on and transpires. I already know that I'll be going out to get a second coffee today. It's a guaranteed day. So I'm gonna basically go home, get my cup because I forgot it, and then walk down there and spend some more time with them. It's only 11:16, and I've been down there laying with them since like before 8:30 this morning. Oh, gosh. But I really wouldn't change it, though. Even though I'm tired. Last night I was going to do the dang Temu thing. But I got all involved in stuff. I got on the phone and was chit-chatting with my cousin. Then I was chit-chatting with my sister. So I never did it. But I'm definitely going to get it done. Because this year I want to, like I said, put things in certain bags so I know who has what. And then I want to start wrapping. So I'm not wrapping on Christmas Eve. I don't want to do that this year. I did it last year. And I don't want to do it this year. I get busy and then I get distracted with something. So I just thought I'd show you. This is what I do, guys. This is it. I do have to charge my watch. It's been vibrating on my ankle. Now Tasha's wearing hers on her ankle as well. I said, girl, you copying me? She said, yeah, Mom, because you know what? She goes, when I think about it, I actually use my hands sometimes more than I walk, and I want to see what my actual steps are. And I said, that's what I said. Because when you sweep and when you vacuum and when you mop, it's weird because my dominant hand is right, but I sweep and I mop and vacuum with my left hand. Like if I play pool, I played pool as a lefty as well. So I don't know. There's just some things I do. I wipe a counter with my left hand, not really my right hand. So, but anyways, I'm back. And I'm going to go spend time with them. Yeah, I got to wake up. So, I think when I walk home, I'm going to get my cup. And I think I'm going to take a vitamin B, my vitamin now. And maybe that'll perk me up just a little bit more. So, until later, guys, you know me. I'll be back. Oh, Arlene said she likes my little one eternity later and 1 moment later. Sorry, I just wanted to add something different, you know, so that it breaks it up and you know, okay, well, it just was a couple moments, or girl, it took a while. So, but until later, guys, you know me. I'll be back. Oh, no makeup, no nothing. Ooh, rough. Hi, Jim. I just wanted to say this too. You know, in your studio, it lets you know who viewed you. And, you know, he always says he doesn't watch us. Well, James was on the top. So, hi, James.
Eternity later.
All right. It's a little bit later now. Going to get more coffee. Yes, indeed. I've got a little bit of energy. I did take my vitamin B and my potassium. I'm going to Dunkin' and then to the gas station. But I figured, hey, I'm in the car. Let's go ahead and do a little vlog. The only thing I really did was pull my hair up, put my emo oil on, and my eyebrows. That is it. Change my clothes, you know what I'm saying? So, and this is as good as it gets for the day today. So, I don't know if anybody had seen the little short that Jerry Ann posted, but oh my goodness. I'm going to stop and get a little gas too. That doesn't seem like somebody in a whole lot of pain, the way she was moaning and groaning, does it? Number one, it's a recording where it's a voiceover and she's speaking it, and she has the F-bomb in it quite a bit. Also talking about spoons. How convenient, talking about spoons. Tell me that you don't watch me without telling me you don't watch me, because I've been talking about spoons and time blindness and such. It's just, she bends over and like picks up a basket, but then acts like it was painful. No, it wasn't. It was all, you moved your camera around. You did everything to make that little short. Jerry Ann, And this isn't being mean. This is just saying you think it's funny how you're doing things. Really, it's not. It's not funny. What you're doing is portraying yourself as fake. You went from being on the toilet moaning and groaning in pain to posting this little short with you kind of making fun of the spoons and cleaning up and then dropping your dirty sheets. I can't imagine how those sheets smell. I'm just saying. The bending over, I'm sure when you bend forward, I'm sure that does cause some pain. However, even as a joke, with as bad as your back is, with all your tumors and cysts, for you to bend over and pick it up, that tells everybody right there, Miss Jerry Ann, that you're able to do so. Especially if you're just doing it for a little video. So stop. Stop taking advantage of people's kindness. It's not right. It really is not. And it's rather sad. But everything's funny to you because you got your slave boy there to do whatever you'd like. Just saying how it is, actually. Sorry. Okay. I'm just gonna put a little bit in for now and then fill her up probably tomorrow. Yes, my leg is hurting and I'm not gonna stand for a long period of time. I've been up. My grandchildren are a little under the weather. They're starting to feel better. They've had medication and such. Amelia was complaining about a headache, and actually took them outside for a while, doing chalk and writing numbers and letters. She's really, really, really into numbers. Yeah, see, I don't have I have a card here that it's a small bank account, so let's get this pumped. What do you say? I can't see a dang thing. Oh my goodness. It is bright. I'd let you see, but I mean, some people call me hefty and, old, so I'll be back.
A few moments later.
All right, I just end up putting 20 in. It is what it is. Let's go to Dunkin' and then go to the, holy cow, you see how bright that is? I love it though. I love sun. Don't get me wrong. So anyways, yeah. So do I think she's playing Jim and Jerry? I 100% think that. 100% think that. Sad. See, because Sally wants to move and, go on with her life and be happy and have peace and such. She's gonna make it look worse, I think. However, she's really self-harming herself, though, and she can't deny it. There's no denying it, so there's no helping her either. She doesn't want to take any advice, like that she should really go to the doctors and let them know how non-mobile she is. But hold on, I don't know what this vehicle's doing. All right, sorry about that. Turned it off and brought my app up and everything, and then it went quickly, so well, hold on. Delicious. Thankfully, it's not very often that they don't make it right, So, let's see. I was chatting in Sally's chat for a bit today. It was her birthday yesterday, so happy birthday, Sally. Sorry I didn't say that yesterday. Where's my mind? Gone. No bad comments, okay? Yeah, it just baffles me that, you go for the moaning in the restroom too. Setting up that video and setting up your camera and lifting the laundry basket and you know, lifting that laundry basket, my dear, you could do the dishwasher. You really could. You just one excuse after another. And it's sad because you're putting all that stress on your husband and your mother-in-law. That, I'm sorry, that's so disrespectful. But then again, I mean, you talked about how your mom didn't do this, or your mom didn't teach you how to brush your hair, your mom didn't teach you how to groom. Perhaps your mom taught you how to just lay around and do nothing. And I'm still going to say, people commented as well in I see your comments, guys, I really do. Commented about how you were not even residing. They heard it as well. At your home when Hurricane Sandy hit. And Jim was right with you. I believe you had said Jim was at the house. That's not true, Jerry. You were living in that apartment. And you staged that act. You had Jim stage, oh, feel so whoa, he's for me. You know, and then you get the money. And you had already planned on moving to Rolla. Like, come on. You are such a fraud. Like a genuine fraud. That's what you are. You want everything for nothing. Everything for nothing. It's not how life works. It's gotten you, though, to what? 54, 55, whatever? Holy smokes. I'd love to see your work history, you know, where Social Security lists all your jobs and lists how long you worked. I'd love to see that. I'd love for you to show Sally your scan results. I would love that. I don't understand why you can get into Jim's portal and Jim can't go into yours. Why is that? Why don't you share these things? Your family, right? Why don't you have a family meeting? And Sally is very intelligent. Why don't you let Sally see your portal and just go over a few things so Sally knows what maybe is really needed and can help Jim and let Jim know, you know? And if there's not restrictions like you say, you know, is that what you're afraid of? I don't know. But your video shows you're really you.
A few moments later.
All right, guys. So, Jim, here's a question. How can your wife do that, right? Move her camera, set it up, get the laundry basket, pick it up, and then pretend to be in pain because it goes along with this voiceover. But yet, Jim, she can't help you out. She can't get her own coffee. She can't do a lot. Ask yourself why. Why, Jim? Because she don't want to spend the spoons? Why, Jim? Because you'll do everything for her? Because you let her control the home? You let her be the boss of everything? That's Sally's house. That is not Jerry's house. And again, like I said before, even if there was a verbal agreement, there was nothing in writing. And not paying rent for over a year, you're null and void, son. Null and void. But let Jerry convince you. Let Jerry tell you about property and this and that. And, you know, it goes in your mom's name. Your mom does it. It's time to grow up. It's time to, if Jerry cannot let that dog out like it's supposed to go out, give the dog a better home. I'm sorry. You can love an animal, but you can't take care of it. You can't. That dog hasn't been on walks. Why don't you do a vlog walking the dog? How's that? Show people everybody's wrong. Walk the dog around the block. Why don't you do something like that, Jim? Why don't you do your own grocery shopping? Yeah, I know there's the pickups and there's the deliveries, and oh, by the way, Aldi's has, at least our Aldi's, you could park and they'll bring, you know, you can pick up your groceries there too, just to let you know. And, you know, fruits and vegetables are not more costly than the garbage food. I'm just letting you know. I mean, I get it. We all eat something sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I feel sad for Sally. You know, a lot of people might not agree. But if I was enduring that and I had to live like that, no. And you know what? Yeah, I'm strong. I'm strong-minded. I'm strong-willed. I'm strong-headed. So, you know, it would be different. But if I wasn't, and I had to endure that, I would have this sadness, depression, like, I don't know how I would handle it. I probably would stay barricaded in my room. I wouldn't want to communicate. You know, I am one where dishes have to be done. Sorry. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Floors have to be swept and mopped. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. This is true. There was one time I was laying in bed and I remembered I had used a plate and I hadn't washed it. And I battled myself. I was like, oh, get up and just do it. And then I'm like, oh, it's just a plate, Diane. Just leave it in there. Nope. Had to get up and wash it and put it in the strainer. To me, it's when your home is clean, you know, it's not so depressing. Like, there's people that go through anxiety and depression and they'll show, you know, they didn't clean, they had maybe an eating binge, or, you know what I'm saying? But then they show them cleaning it up. Well, that's not the case with you guys, because this has gone on for years. So, things you don't use, get rid of. I mean, she's a stage 4 kidney cancer patient. I don't get why you would leave and not want to take care of everything because of your family. You don't want to leave that on your family. You don't want to leave all that junk in that craft room, and you're not going back in there. You're not crafting. The things you have are so old that other people won't be able to purchase them. You don't need the mass quantities that you have. What's it been? 3 weeks? Bet you that craft room, nothing happened in that 3 weeks. Bet you've done absolutely nothing. Where's your friend with the nutrition advice of all this pre-packaged, food? Well, your friend might want to get one of those scanning apps and scan how good that food is for you. What the hell? I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to curse. But I don't know. There's a few videos here that I'm going to put together and just slam it up as a video. Because you know me. I'm always coming back. And that's just the way it is. It's been that way for how long now? And don't forget, Jerry Ann loves each and every one of us. Even her so-called haters. So until later, guys. Bye-bye.